Hello everyone. Symbiosis Center for Information Technology welcomes you all to the 8th episode of On Air with Adcom. Today we have with us Mr. Anil Rahate, who's based out of Pune. He did his bachelor's in instrumentation engineering from SGGS Institute of Engineering and Tech, Nanded, followed by an MTech in electrical engineering from IIT Bombay. He started his corporate career with Tech Mahindra as a solution consultant focusing on IPTV, telecom services, and also as a performance engineering consultant. After making a name for himself, he has been working at Wipro for the last 12 years in different capacities, and currently he serves as a delivery excellence leader, focusing on quality engineering transformation, including digital transformation. He's also currently pursuing a PhD in machine learning from Symbiosis Institute of Technology. Pleasure to have you on board, sir. How are things at your end?
Thanks a lot, Jaydev. It's amazing.
That's great, sir. That's great to hear. So, sir, as you were a student of instrumentation engineering, how was your transition to the IT industry?
Okay, good question. So that's interesting. And as you mentioned, I did my bachelor's in instruments engineering, but IT field was emerging and exciting when that time. So I started developing interest in IT and chose to get into IT during my master's at IIT Bombay. After that, I started my corporate life by being part of a research and solution group at Tech Mahindra, where I get to work on building solutions, offerings, and proposals for telecom network design, telecom churn predictions, internet TV, all the emerging technical stuff in telecom at that time. The work at on-site with a UK-based customer for IPTV project early in my career as a requirement manager provided me experience to look at IT systems from an end-to-end perspective.
So, since SEIT will be introduced to a new stream called digital transformation, can you elaborate on what exactly it is and how did you get into it?
Sure, Jaydev. So let's look at there are two terms. One is digitalization and other is digital transformation. Digitalization is like creating a scanned copy of a book or receipts. It is more about converting those physical assets into digital ones. However, digital transformation is primarily about transforming the user experience, the way services are consumed, and the way they are provided. It also includes newer business models and underlying technology to make it happen. Another aspect is about the key drivers of digital transformation, which is service orientation. For example, to plan a vacation, you want to choose from multiple airlines, hotels, tourist guide, rental cars, and so on. And you are no longer going to accept the default options provided by tour company. So this way, digital transformation has led to a hyper personalization of services with consumer taking a control than service providers. This has to be supported by platform innovations. Hence, we see a lot of technology platform innovation these days, like Amazon is a platform, Uber is a platform, and these platforms are driving business models and also providing reuse of technology. I know it's a long answer, so let me summarize. So, what I'm trying to convey is that digital transformation is about new value propositions, value chains, revenue models, and user experience to the customer. And in most of the cases, these customers will be people like you, next gens, and millennials. Now, to answer the second question, how did I get into digital transformation? Digital transformation started around 2010. However, I got into it in 2015-16 when I worked with a large European bank. The project was about aligning their business by creating customer centric user journeys rather than siloed lines of businesses for different user roles in the bank. And this needed unbundling of their monolithic IT systems into microservices architecture and was supported by agile and DevOps software development methodologies than waterfall model of software delivery. Since then, I have worked on numerous digital transformation projects.
Yes, sir. You just mentioned digital transformation is about newer value proposition and user experience. Our listeners would like to know how digital transformation has made an impact in today's time.
Yeah, so digital transformation has become inevitable these days, and it is really fast. Digital transformation is not only changing how services are offered to customer, but are also changing business models. Like Uber is a new business model now. Amazon is a new business model. In fact, now we have terms in English such as Uberization, which essentially is another way to convey a digital transformation to a public at large. Another impact that digital transformation has made, it has blurred the boundaries between disciplines or industries. It is a multidisciplinary approach to provide an outstanding experience to customer. For an example, with electric cars now, it is bringing electric, automobile, communication, and IT industries together. And will not be surprised that tomorrow we may have to make a choice of a car based on the operating system in the car and not by using current parameters of per liter mileage or power of a car. So this is expanding. Petroleum companies can venture into retail. Retail companies can venture into medical services and so on.
So, sir, what are the challenges you face in your current role?
Yeah. So as you see, designing and implementing digital transformation requires completely different thinking and ways of working. That's where the real challenge lies. As we all humans, including IT staff, have a resistance to change. This is termed as mindset with two aspects to it. First is belief in digital transformation. Second is being good in multiple technical skills. So, finding a talent with a right mindset and required technical skill is one of the challenge I am facing in my current role. Other challenges for mid management and for even senior leadership is providing transformational leadership which is rooted in exploration, experimentation, and at the same time having an exploitation mindset which is about optimization, cost awareness, etc. So these are the two challenges which I face in my current role.
Coming to our last question of the episode, what's the one advice you'll give to students who aspire to make a career in digital transformation?
Sure. So digital transformation is all pervasive now, and students should always think from customer's perspective. That customer experience is the first priority. That is value in use. Second, getting an end-to-end perspective of whatever problem you are trying to solve and thinking it from service perspective, such as how can one offer multiple options for each component of end-to-end value chain, and look at the digital platform as a place to co-create value among customers, partners, and products, and not as a technology piece on top of which I want to build a business. That's one. Second, from the skills perspective, along with the latest technical skills, interpersonal skills like collaboration, co-creation, communication, and command are very important in digital transformation. I think these are the two perspectives which students should think of.
Definitely, sir, definitely. These skill sets are a must. And with this, I would like to thank you, sir, for taking time out of your busy schedule. I hope our listeners got some insights from your journey.
Yeah, it was a pleasure being on the podcast with you, Jaydev, and your SCIT team. I hope that this helps your audience to understand some aspects of digital transformation. Thank you for inviting me and wish you all the best.
And I would also like to thank all our listeners for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next episode of On Air with Adcom.